YouTube? This is Mr.KarateJesus from Untamed Gorilla Games, and I'd like to say happy holidays. And this is probably one of the best years for gaming this year, because we had some great games that came out this year for 2013, and I played a lot of them thanks to GameFly over here. And I would like to say there have been some crappy games and there have been some awesome games. And I'm about to give you my list of the top 10 games that I played this year for both Xbox 360, PS4, PS3, and Xbox One. So I hope you enjoy my list, and be aware this is my list. So none of the games that you like make my list. Oh well, this is mine at Untamed Gorilla Games. And be assured that we will have some list for other people from Untamed Gorilla Games here, so you can see their view of the top games for 2013. So enjoy these thoughts on the top games of 2013. Thank you.
Good old Assassin's Creed 4. The reason why this is number 10 on my top game of 2013, because it was an amazing game. It gave me something that the other Assassin's Creeds are really good. It gave me pirates, and I'm a big fan of pirates, and this game was phenomenal. It adds some Far Cry elements too, with the crafting and hunting animals, exploring the world more, and more advanced naval ship battling. It was an all-around great game. The combat was, what you expect from like Assassin's Creed 3, but they added some new tweaks here and there. The gunplay is very improved, compared to, the last Assassin's Creed. And I really want to know where they're going to go from here. But with this entry of the franchise, this is a great installment, and it has to be one of the games that you must play either for next gen or current gen, because Edward Kenway is a phenomenal. He's not just like the other typical assassins where something tragic happened to them and they join the Creed. He's not really in the Creed or not really about the temple. He just trying to correct a mistake that he done. And, of course, get money. It's like what a pirate does. And it's just phenomenal in the aspect. And it's really amazed how they implement the naval battle system, improved on it. One thing they do, what makes this game a big drawback, why is it number 10, is the trailing missions. Too much of those, where you gotta tell someone to eavesdrop. Too much of these missions, and it gets very repetitive. But besides all that, the game is very great, and man, I had a blast playing this. I'm still working on beating it, but the story and even the multiplayer is just riveting, and it's fun to play, and I enjoy every bit of this. DMC. This game was kind of hated on a lot by the media for the fact that they changed Dante from the old original look, but a lot of them people didn't play the game, and they missed out on a lot. And this game is very, very, very great with the combo system. How you can just switch on the fly to stylish, gunslinger without just switching the style. You just do it with like a modifier, and you keep your combos at base. And the air combat, getting them in the air, standing in the air a long time, and it's just achieved a lot that wasn't achieved in the other Devil May Cries. Yes, it wasn't the quote-unquote original Dante with the white hair, but he eventually gets that when you play through the game as you progress. And this game was very fun. The simple fact that Dante looked kind of emo-ish, it was kind of down, but hey, the game pulled out what it needed to achieve at, and that's the gameplay. Phenomenal soundtrack, great theme, atmosphere, The boss fights wasn't like insanely good, except Virgil, but everything else was just on point. You know, you expect from a Devil May Cry. It had a better storytelling than either other Devil May Cries I have ever played, and this one was a great reboot in my opinion. You know, it strived, it did what it needed to do, and it was a big hit. And it brought in new gamers to play the franchise. Some of the old gamers didn't like it, but hey, it did what it needed to do. Brought in some new faces, brought some new people, and hey, Dante rocked it out this year, and one of the best action hack and slash games of this year, and it was one of my favorites. And you know, I still have the game, and I'm still having fun with it. And this game is probably going to be in my master collection, and I'm going to have a blast with this. And you should have a blast with this too, because this is a great fun game. Don't knock because of what he looked like, but the man, you will have fun with this game just like I did. BioShock Infinite. I was going into this game not impressed for the simple fact that BioShock 2 was kind of disappointing, so I was kind of skeptical about this game. It proved me wrong. They came out blasting. Booker was a great character to play as, and Elizabeth, the supporting role she played, was amazing. It had a twist plot, and I respected that from BioShock because the previous BioShocks had twisted plots that you really had to understand and pay attention to what you was doing in the game. But this was amazing, and the simple fact that her tears that she could rip open into the world adds a whole new element to the gameplay. And she didn't seem like a character that was just there and was like useless that you had to protect or got in trouble. You know, you get annoying with like, oh my god, why is she always dying or always in my way? You know, you needed her. They didn't give you everything you had like in the other BioShocks where you had, you know, like 4 weapon slots. You only had 2, and she would throw you different guns, ammo, health, whatever you need at the time. You know, she was there. Or you could tear into new terrors in the world that could change that world. And the one thing I liked about the thing was the skyhook. The skyhook as a new gameplay element, and it did, you know, you catch enemies off guard. It's a good way to get around. You can, you know, get out of dodge. You know, you're in danger, you get out of somewhere, just jump to the skyhook, or you just attack someone with a stealth attack from the skyhook. It added new element to the game, and the, you know, the little magic, little moves he could do from like ice and trees and stuff like that. That adds a new thing to it. You know, they did some different stuff, and you know, it was a big step from the other BioShocks. And I guess this one must be a prequel, but one thing I do hate about prequels, sometimes prequels outshine the ones that are supposed to be sequels. And if I was to play this and then go back to play the other ones, it was just like, I hate when companies does that with the prequels. Like, yo, don't do that no more, because you make the prequel so good. I don't want to play the ones that are supposed to be sequels because they whack compared to this one. I mean, Take-Two Interactive did good with this, and hey, if they plan to do some more with like BioShock with the Infinite style, hey, I would love that. You know, they good at their games, and hey, this game is on my list for best games of 2013. This game, Dead Rising 3, is supposed to be a big jump from the other entries. And it actually is a big jump. A lot of people say it's not next gen, but hey, it is next gen because they put it on the console. Who cares if it doesn't look like Rise or Killzone? Some games looks and everything to make a game sell. And this had its looks. It looked better than the other predecessor. It would have had a more realistic tone, more put away from the shopping mall and the colorful brightness of everything in the other games. And it brought a more down-to-earth, realistic type feel. And the zombies and the amount of zombies on the screen at one time was crazy. But sometimes it get on your nerves if you try to achieve a goal and not worry about fighting zombies. Zombies getting in your way. You be like, come on, get out of my way. But, man, you feel like you about to get overrun or eating in the game. The zombies are freaking amazing. They're aggressive and they try to come at you and stuff. They did pull away from the time limit with the 72 hours thing, but don't get too overhyped over that because there still is a time limit, but it's like a 7-day time limit where you still have enough time to complete side missions and explore, and you still have to worry about the occasion where the place gonna blow up, because anything happen to like a zombie outbreak, the government gonna blow it up. So, but the biggest things that I loved about this game was the co-op and the customization. Man, making them crazy, insane weapons like a roller hog where you have a motorcycle with a bulldozer in front of it and shooting flames. Man, this is crazy vehicle stuff. And having a double-bladed samurai sword with a machete going crazy. It's just insane weapons. You have your tenderizers. You have this dragon thing with the firecrackers. Man, it's just insane. And I wish they could even do more DLC with more crazy, insane weapons. But man, these weapons is on point and I love it. And this has had to be another good exclusives for the Xbox One. This is something that you have an Xbox One and you like zombies, try this game out because you will have very, very fun playing this. Because just killing zombies with crazy, combo weapons is just fun. Fun as hell. You will have so much fun doing this. Metal Gear Rising. When a lot of people saw this, they thought, what did they do to Metal Gear? What has they done? This is not Metal Gear. This is some crazy wannabe Devil May Cry type, God of War type game. It is neither Devil May Cry or God of War. It is its own entry. And it gave Raiden the chance to stand out in the Metal Gear Solid world. And man, did he stand out. This game is in sick, high-octane action. Boss battles is crazy. Even fighting the Metal Gear Ray in the beginning, it was just like, wow. Like, he was in the middle of a crazy anime movie or something. It was just going insane. Like, jumping for rockets and rockets, cutting them up. Then, the quick slice mode, you just hold out a trigger and cut things into like a million pieces, was like so amazing. This game was on point, and the game was difficult. One of probably the most hardest games I have played for this year. Man, they did a lot of them bosses will give you a headache, but that was the point of the game. It gave you riveting gameplay, high octane action, and some of the best boss battles I played. Like I said, fighting Samuel in the middle of the desert, man, that was so fun. It was like an ultimate samurai ninja type battle within a futuristic setting world. It was going off. And even fighting the final boss, it was just an amazing game. The game is just what action hack and slash supposed to be, high octane action. You will have your problems with, like, if you don't get it into the controls very well, you will have problems with the parry system, and it's kind of frustrating in the beginning, but you'll get the hang of it, and it's very complex, and it's a very easy learning curve. You just have to give it time, and which I did, and that's why this is in my list of the top games of 2013, and this was a great game, and you can probably cop this for very cheap right now. But hey, y'all need to get this game or at least play it because it is a good fresh start for the Metal Gear Solid franchise. Telltale Games. This indie game company has done it again with Walking Dead Season 2. It came out almost at the end of this year, but I had to tell you, it was worth the wait. Finally getting to play as Clementine in this game. I never thought that you can make a little child be a goon. This girl is straight up OG in this game, and the way she's trying to survive without the guy in the first game, the helper, without him, it's amazing. It has returning cash from the other game, depending on what you did in the previous installment. But man, don't want to do no spoilers for people because the rest of the season ain't out. But man, you will have fun for this game. You will love everything they did. They have changed some mechanics with the quick time events, and it really makes you feel when you're up against a challenge, you actually are Clementine. It really puts there. The story in the beginning do have a shaky start. It is good, but not as great as the first one's opening season. But I'm pretty sure it's going to get there and it's going to get better. Whereas right now, this is one little game that is killing right now on the Xbox market and the PlayStation Network. This is a must-have if you love Walking Dead. If you love giving shout-outs to like indie gamers, this is what an indie developer does. Sometimes the indie developers make crappy games out there and people still get respect for it because of indie. And no, this is what you're going to do. This is a creative game. And man, the storytelling, Telltale Games, keep it up. I can't wait to see what's next. I mean, I beat the first season of this already, and I want more. I want more right now, and I cannot wait till they come out with episode 2, and 3, 4, and 5. I can't wait to play them all. This is a must-have for you, and cop this, or wait till they even make it free. I'm pretty sure they're going to do just like they did Wolf Among Us, the first episode free. Play this game. I know you may be not a person that don't like the point-and-click action-adventure games, but hey, give it a try. It is thriving story, and this is a top-notch game, and it's one of the best games of 2013. This game has to be one of the most shocking games that came out. Probably by far the best reboot I have seen in any franchise. Crystal Dynamics with Tomb Raider. Oh my God. Mind-boggling. This game took this dying franchise of a character. Yes, Lara Croft was everyone eye candy back in the early 90s, but she was dying badly. Her games was just horrible piece of crap. It took Crystal Dynamics, rebooted this franchise. They took the Uncharted way of playing and put it to their game. And boy, it made this game. Like I said, if it wasn't other games that came out this year, this game would probably be by far the game of the year. But there was some other competition that came out this year. And to me, this is one of the best games to play of this year. And if you ain't playing the other games or this game, you must be downright stupid, because this game was amazing. The gameplay they added to her, it made you surviving, customizing weapons. You don't get everything in the sand. She had to strive for parts. She had to play stealth. You this little girl, don't even know what she's doing. She's not like a gunslinger. She's not like a maniac. She's just this young lady who's trying to survive. And as you play in the game, she progressed. She becomes this merciless killer. She becomes this girl that say, look, I got to do what it takes to get my friends and fam out of this situation, off this island. And she does it, and they execute it perfectly. And this game is by far the best game. And they also port this game to next gen, and I seen the trailer. Oh my God, the next gen graphics, one of that native 1080p. Oh, I cannot wait to play this for my Xbox One. This is gonna be amazing to play again, and whoo, I can't wait to see Tomb Raider 2. I give it up to Crystal Dynamics. Thanks for rebooting this franchise that I love back on the PlayStation 1, and thank you for making this one of my best played games of 2013. Good old Killer Instinct is here at number 3 on my list. When Microsoft announced this at their E3 press conference, rumors was going around they was bringing back an old title, but when I saw the title, Killer Instinct, oh my God, I was like a little kid that got chocolate cake for the first time. This is a fighting game masterpiece. You know, there was other fight games that came out this year like Injustice and Dive Kick. They was good, but nothing like Killer Instinct. This brought back memories back on the Nintendo 64 era, having fun just doing killer combos and achieving that ultimate ultra combo. The announcer in this game was top notch, like always. He makes you feel like you just achieved something victorious. And the combo system is just like insane, fast paced, 60 frames per second. You got that feel, and the game is free, but you get one character, which is Jago, and that's probably a little bad thing for some people. But hey, just go and pay the full combo pack, which is $40. You get everything from DLC, the characters, the unlockables, everything. Then you also get the classic Killer Instincts with that pack. So the $40 pack is worth the purchase. This game does everything that I wanted. I was kind of scared that it didn't really have Rare working on it, but it had Double Helix and one of the programmers that worked on the original Killer Instinct, but they executed in their perfection. I wait on the 2 new characters to come, and when more characters on the rise, I cannot say this is one of the best launch titles of the next gen consoles. And Microsoft knocked it out the park with this. I wish it was a finished game, but hey, it's still getting worked on, still getting improved, and it is a blast playing people online hitting them ultra combos. This is the number 2 game on our list, Last of Us. I was amazed when Naughty Dog introduced this game, and when they showed it off at E3, I couldn't wait to get my hands on it. Because Naughty Dog has always been there with their game, just like Rockstar. They make phenomenal games, and they take their time and craft it. From Crash Bandicoot to Jak and Daxter to Uncharted, they have never let me down. And I was happy when I got my hands on this game. With the story with Ellie and Joel was top notch. This is Oscar Hollywood performance at its peak. I felt so into the game that I was just loved the characters, felt bad when things happened to the character. I was just so in sync to this game. This is what a masterpiece is. And the story of how the affection spreads, how hardships hit Joel with the loss of his daughter, and things with his brother, how he tried to cope everything that happened to him. He may seem like a jerk sometimes, but he opened up to this girl Ellie, who also is affected, but somehow she might be the cure to cure the whole thing. And this is where this game shines with the storytelling. And the gameplay was even phenomenal. It had you in the fear of, like, you had to know what you're doing at all times. Know your surroundings. Know what type of enemies out there. If it was a runner, or if it was a clicker, or if it was a bloater, you had to be prepared for all these different type of enemies. And you couldn't go through and run and gun. It was a survival type game. You can craft items, you can make things, trap people. It was just downright great. And even the multiplayer itself was great. But the only difference, I have a problem with the multiplayer. You have to have a crew, a good team to run with, because the game is not like a Call of Duty where you can just run and gun and be lone wolf. It's a cooperative teamwork, and it started to be amazing. Just like Uncharted 2 and 3 multiplayer, they was great. And this game is number 2 for my greatest game of 2013. Kudos to Naughty Dog, and please, can't wait. This game needs a sequel. I want to see more of Joel and Ellie and then the rest of The Last of Us. So please, make this a franchise. Grand Theft Auto 5, one of the biggest and most anticipated game of 2013. This game is number 1 on my list. This game brought me everything that I expect for Grand Theft Auto and 100 times more. This is what a game that takes their time, thrive, and achieve. That's right. No rushing. Just take your time, craft a masterpiece of a game. And you can hate the game or not, or whatever, but this game is hella fun. From just goofing off or actually doing the missions, you get to play with 3 different characters and get to live their lives and do their lives. With Franklin, who's, you know, a repo guy who's trying to get out the ghetto, he's trying to get his life better. And then you have good old Michael, who got in trouble in the past, but trying to correct it, trying to live a normal life. And, you know, his family is just downright awful, and he tried to get his life better. Then you had the crazy, insane Trevor. This guy has to be the most best character in a game today. This guy is hilarious, he's funny, and he's just a psychopath. Just amazing. Grand Theft Auto has hit everything. Even this online. The online had a rocky start from the beginning, but it had improved within the month or two, and it's a phenomenal fun. I'm still waiting for them to add more content. They just dropped down creator content where you can create your, you know, jobs and stuff like that. New game modes like Capture the Flag, Grand Theft Auto style. The game keeps adding and keeps giving, and you cannot hate someone who strives to do the best. And I know there's people who want to rush things, but you can't rush perfection. Perfection comes with a haste of waiting. You have to. And this game hits everything. Improved car mechanics, improved gameplay. The story is just very, very interesting to see it from a 3-side angle. This is one of my best games I played all year, and I had so much fun. And when the rumor was the highest coming in next year, and the rumors of story DLC, I will be playing this game a lot more for 2014. This is an amazing game, and kudos to Rockstar. Keep giving us amazing games, because this was by far the best game probably of the whole generation since the Xbox 360 and PS3 been out on the market.
There you have it, my top list, and that's right, GTA was my most favorite game I played this year. The game was phenomenal. I love the 3 characters, especially my nigga Franklin. That was my man, and can't give it up for Trevor. Nobody touches Trevor. The guy is crazy. So, if you have any, what's your favorite game, leave a comment. You know, tell us what you like, because we got a whole new generation of more epic games coming along the way. And, you know, if you want to play games with me, you know, you can hit me up on Xbox 360, Xbox One, and it would be King James Boss, or PlayStation 3 and PS4 Apex Predator 1985. So, you know, let's keep it gaming and let's get ready for the future, because we got our next gen here, both of these, and let's have fun with them. Peace, world.